Hey guys, welcome to Sony Simplified. My name is Yuji, and today I want to show you a total game changer for anybody that records their video solo. Now, the feature is called Auto Framing, and it basically gives you your own virtual cameraman built right into your Sony Alpha camera. Now, before I get into the how-tos, I want to ask that you please hit like and subscribe, and also hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. It really helps us out and also helps to bring more of these guides out in the future. Now I'm sitting at my desk right now, but I want to be able to show you what it looks like in action. So I'm going to go ahead and play this clip for you so you can see what it's like. Now here we have an individual who wants to film herself and they don't have a camera operator. By using Sony's Auto Framing feature, they're able to have the camera automatically follow them as they move around and keep them centered in the frame as you see here. Sony's Auto Framing uses AI to automatically detect and track the subject so you can focus on your content and move naturally. Now, let's say you have more people than just yourself in the video and you do have a camera operator. They can switch from person to person by tapping them on the touchscreen built into the back of the camera. Now, since a lot of us are used to streaming from the desk, I want to demonstrate for you a function that'll help make your videos look a little more interesting. Now, I've got my Alpha 7 C Mark II here that I'm going to switch to, and I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick demonstration. All right. Now, on the shooting tab, we want to go all the way down to the bottom and go to shooting option. And shooting option, go ahead and click over to the right and go down to auto framing settings. You want to turn auto framing on, and you want to go to your framing operation mode. If you want to have it, quick like mine was during my demo, then go ahead and set it to 15 seconds, or you could set it to 30 seconds. And there's also the crop level, so you can actually adjust it from small, medium, or large. Personally, I like large because that'll crop it in even more, and I feel like that gives a nice tight, zoom. And if you want it to track faster, you can adjust your tracking speed. So you can go up to 5, or you can make it even slower. 3 is the default. Yeah, and that's all to it. Just make sure that you turn it on, and you'll be good to go. Now, as a side note, I also want to mention an app that's actually really powerful and very helpful for people that do their own streams. This is actually called the Monitor and Control app, and it's a free download. If your Sony Alpha camera supports it, it basically lets you control your camera, adjust things like the lightings and other features, and you can do it all wirelessly from where you're sitting, which makes it a lot more convenient than having to go back and forth between your camera and sitting. So the Monitor and Control app basically looks like this. You can see that I have it active right now already. And make sure that your camera supports it. I'm going to go ahead and put on the screen right now a list of the cameras that support the Monitor and Control app. And also, I'm going to put up a list of the cameras here so you can see which cameras support auto framing. Now, I want to give you guys a couple tips on how to be more successful. The first tip will be to make sure you're using a wide-angle lens. Now, make sure you're using a wide-angle lens so that you can capture the entire stage you're moving around on. If your lens is zoomed in, then that spotlight has nowhere to go. So by using a wide-angle lens, say like a 16 or 20 millimeter, will ensure that you're capturing the entire stage for your auto framing. The second tip will be to set your video to 1080. And the reason being is 1080 is great for streams. It'll look nice and clear. But if you set it to 4K, when it crops, it might actually look a little bit blurry. So 1080 will be the magic number for your streams. Now also, when you're setting your auto framing and you're doing HDMI out, make sure that you set HDMI to crop. If you set it to crop, people will see exactly what you want them to. If it's not set to crop, then your audience will see the entire widescreen and they'll see that little white floating box, following you around. So that's what you don't want them to see. So make sure you set it to crop. And hey, that's it. Now you know how to get your own professional cameraman and also your own professional monitor. And it really helps to make the streams look a lot more interesting. I appreciate all you guys tuning in today, and I really appreciate if you'd go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and also that notification bell so you don't miss out on our future video drops. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See you later.